Going a little informal today. Hopefully, we'll be able to do this quick. Already behind schedule. Like the man said in Ghostbusters 2, better late than never, right? So this will be the video for the Get to Know Me tag. You don't know me. Except that's not true. Y'all know me. You know what I do for a living. No, but for real. This appears to be the YouTube version of those old chain letters you used to get when people still sent letters. And it's put out, it's a series of questions put out by something called YouTube Society that I'd frankly never heard of before. But they're a website which seems to have no actual affiliation to YouTube and has a bunch of generic clickbaity articles and product placements masquerading as, tips and tricks, and a whole lot of questions like this, really weird, esoteric questions. And this isn't even the so-called invasive list. But anyway, we start off here with things like, and honestly, the tone of half of these, I kind of want to read them all in the voice of that bridge guard from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. What is your middle name? Why do you want to... What, you trying to dox me? Carter, like Lil Wayne. Though no relation that we've been able to find, though we are a far-flung family, so hope springs eternal. What is your favorite color? I would hope that one would be obvious. Who was your first best friend? Dude named, well, I'm supposed to say a dude named Wesley, because my mom still works with, well, occasionally runs into his mom. But really, it was a dude named Lee. We met in 5th grade over a mutual love of The Simpsons and a mutual contempt for everyone else. How tall are you? 5'8", on a tall day, as my friend would say. Cats or dogs? Cats are good. Half in, half out anyway. Funniest moment throughout school? School wasn't funny. It was a long series of grinding humiliations, large and small, and group projects where I, and if I was lucky, like one other person did all of the work. So, yeah. Laugh riot. How many countries have you visited? 7. I've been lucky. Canada, France, Spain, the UK, well, London. I know y'all are touchy about that. The Netherlands, so Amsterdam, Germany, and Austria. Habsburgs all the way, baby. Are you in/gone to college? Gone. And I guess the reason I left would be funny to somebody who isn't me. I showed up early to a philosophy class one day, and my professor handed me the paper back that he had graded, and he asked me, what the hell are you doing here? And I didn't have a good answer for him, because the real answer at that point had shrunk down to hoping to corrupt the nice homeschool girl 2 rows ahead of me and 1 to the left. And that would have been caddish and stupid, regardless of it being true. So, I left, and here I am. What was your favorite/worst subject in high school? Favorite history, least favorite math. What is your favorite drink? Rum, the drink of holidays and pirates. What is your favorite animal? Ravens, crows, hell, whole corvid family. I currently live in a place that, they created, according to the people who used to live here before me, and their children will rule it again once the human race is nothing but a curiosity, beloved by their children and argued over by their tenured paleontologists. Favorite perfume? Not applicable. Tea or coffee? Both. Though not at once, obviously. What would you, or have you, name your children? You need to have a future to think about children. What sports do you play/have you played? Well, my high school had a wrestling program once for about a year. But then the school board cut our funding and diverted all the money back to sports people actually cared about. So, what is your favorite book? Oh, shit. This month? I mean, I've been on a real Philip K. Dick kick recently. So, Ubik is good. And The Three Stigmata of Palmer Eldritch may be the book that most accurately describes our time. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers? Ah, here we go. Heart of the question. Well, I suppose I could list all the usual suspects from the pre-Content ID era who are, of course, inspirations to us all. But fuck redundancy, I'm gonna use this space to big up friends of the show. Like freaking Nitro TV, who tagged me into this in the first place. Thanks, Jimmy. And there's my friend Chad Denton, whom I've known since the GeoCities free hosting phase of the internet. He's currently doing a historical retrospective series over on his channel called A Century of Lights. It's all about the Enlightenment and all the various crazy characters that were running around back then. Obviously, there's Detective Steve with his own eponymous movie review show, and he was kind enough to put up with me through our collaboration on Oz the Great and Powerful. Three Black Geeks also have a YouTube channel. They started off as a podcast and have since expanded operations to include pretty much everything that isn't card games. And of course, John Cross of the After Movie Diner, which is also a podcast, but he has himself a YouTube channel. Two of them, actually. His second, Dr. Action and the Kick-Ass Kid, provides feature-length commentaries for all species of action movie. But if we're talking about YouTubers I don't know, like haven't talked to personally, problems begin to crop up. Ramblepack64 did the best Predator 2 review on the internet, but he hasn't uploaded anything in 8 months. Matthew Matosis did the best Dark Souls 2 review on the internet, making up for that time he did the worst Bioshock Infinite review. But he hasn't done anything for 5 months. I first found Mr. B-Tongue in his series, Tasteful, Understated Nerd Rage, love that title, after the fallout over Mass Effect 3's ending. But as of this writing, he's 3 months in the wind. So I'm basically the Flying Dutchman of internet critics. From the increasingly small list of us who are left active, healthy, and without personality disorders, I'm going to recommend Noah Javey, who does video game reviews like almost everyone else, but his are franchise-length retrospectives with actual analytical meat on their bones, which is much rarer, and Super Bunny Hop, who does pretty much the same thing, but at a much faster rate and with a much greater emphasis on current events. What is your favorite movie? Again, this month, fuck it, RoboCop. It's the movie that saw the future. The one we're currently living in right now. People used to call me cynical when I said that, but then the I'll buy that for $1 guy became president of the United States. So, who's laughing now? Certainly not me. I mean, this thing's still half full. And this isn't even actual beer. I'm just kidding, it totally is. Are you single or taken? Well, I do have a very particular set of skills. What's your idea of an ideal first date? This is a troll question, isn't it? How many girlfriends/boyfriends have you had? Now that is a troll question. That I respect. Favorite memory from childhood? Standing on top of the great sand dunes in Colorado, there's a national monument, with my father, and it's 1993, I think, yes. And it took us all day to climb up there. And, you know, whenever my feet get cold, that's the memory I call up to try and warm them back up again, because, you know, even in the fucking high-ass Rockies, you know, by the middle of the day, sand gets pretty fucking hot. But the view was totally worth it. I mean, if you ever get a chance, totally go there, climb up the damn thing. Just start before 9 o'clock. Do you speak any different languages? And how well? Ugh, Not at all, which is embarrassing. My mother was a Spanish teacher, for God's sake. Do you have any siblings? Not that I know of, but again, far-flung family. We get around. How would you describe your fashion sense? Apathetic hipster douchebag. What is your favorite restaurant? This one's tougher than it should be, but I live in Portland, where we're embarrassingly spoiled for choices. Honestly, Tom Yum. It's a Thai restaurant near Reed College. That's the good stuff. What are some of your favorite TV shows? Fuck TV. Unless we're talking about stuff that's off the air, in which case, Cowboy Bebop. PC or Mac? I haven't used a Mac since my dad brought home an Apple II from work many, many moons ago. But, fuck bullshit consumer culture false choices. What phone do you have? iOS versus Android? Android. But again, it's not for any good reason. I mean, they just had the fucking... Well, no. We were already with Verizon, and they offered nothing but this. I don't even know what this is, and I don't actually give a shit. Tell us one of your bad habits. Just one? Shit. Get on my level, noobs. But for real, though, I have a bad habit of talking a big game about making grand plans and solidarity and all that good shite, and then succumbing to my own depressive nature and just kind of squandering all the work I've done to fuck off around here and, do nothing. Play video games. Fucking Battlefield. But while our organization is small, we have a lot of room for aggressive expansion. So, more reviews are coming. And, hey, guess we're on 150 subscribers, which is frankly just humbling, honestly. Thank you all for sticking with me through the dark years if you have, or for finding me recently if you've done that. This is kind of a low-key 150 subscriber special, but still, at least I didn't put that in the title. Unless I did. In which case, yeah, clickbait. Sorry. Not sorry. And I guess I should finish this up by tagging someone else. That's how these usually go. That's the old chain letter way of doing it. And God knows I don't want to incur the 7 years bad luck that isn't mentioned in this article, but is implied, I guess. I don't know. Chad, guess what? And as for the rest of you, again, thank you for joining me. And I'll see you out there.